There is nothing more frustrating than parents losing their children to peer pressure, drug and alcohol addiction, indiscipline, criminal behavior, or the inability of the children to continue the legacy of their parents. Whether it is due to simple parenting mistakes or a bad neighborhood, it affects all. Because a broken family leads to a broken community. A broken community leads to a broken nation. But there is no regard for cultural and moral value or the rule of law. So now is the time to have the right conversations and take the needed action that will shape the future of our families and our country. Join the ELI ZARZAR Show, brought to you by Tama TV on Cyclone Channel 2 and 6 every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the growth and development of families. The ELI ZARZAR Show, motivation, family, and relationship. Good evening, my beautiful people. Good evening and a very, very special welcome to the ELI ZARZAR Show. If you're just joining us, of course, you're watching the ELI ZARZAR Show. The ELI ZARZAR Show is that show set aside to talk about everything family related, from parenting to spousal relationship to siblings relationship, and everything that concerns family development. It's good to be here. It has been a very long time since last year we had interaction like this, and I'd like to say Happy New Year from the Tama TV family, from the ELI ZARZAR Show, and of course, all of you would like to say Happy New Year. So, like I said, if you just joined the ELI ZARZAR Show, we talk about family and everything family related. So this evening is no exception. We got something very interesting to talk about here this evening. But I'll give you I'll give you some time to go ahead and invite somebody. Call somebody right now, text somebody right now, and tell them the ELI ZARZAR Show is live right now on Tama TV, and you don't want to miss it. So we'll take this very short break. When we come back, then we go into our topic. But before we go to the break, I'd like to leave you with this proverb that says, Proverb 12:1. It says, whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. So, of course, I know you love knowledge, you like correction, and you like improvement. So don't miss this chance. Call everybody around, grab something to drink, and let's go right into our discussion here this evening. Stick there, don't go away.
Wow! For only United States dollars, we give you a great opportunity to advertise your business with us for 30 whole days. That's 1 month. And 5 times a day, we will play your business on our television. But that's not all. We say within our 50 United States dollars, we will come to your business place. We do a video recording, we edit it, and put a voiceover underneath it to show where your business is located, and add your telephone number and tell the nation what you are involved into. Tama TV, big promo this month of February for only 50 United States dollars. Call the number now and we will be right there.
Welcome back, and you are watching the ELI ZARZAR Show right here on Tama TV on Cyclone Channel 2 and 6, your family programming. So before we went for the break, I told you we will be talking about something very important, very dear to my heart, because, mind you, everyone needs someone. And also, I gave you a proverb from the book of Proverbs that says, he who loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. So, of course, you're not like that. I'm not like that. So we want to seize every opportunity we have to be able to learn something new. And this is why the ELI ZARZAR Show is here. So, like I said earlier, everyone needs someone. Because no man is an island. This is why when God started creation, when he created everything beautiful, that he created man, he said, let me make man in our image. Fast forward, he says, now good for man to be alone. Let me make him a helpmate. This is to tell you that no matter how great you think you are, no matter where you find yourself in this life, for you to be able to excel, you need somebody. You don't just need somebody, you need the right kind of person. Somebody who has the complementary skills or value or quality that you might need or that you need to be able to excel. This is why when God made man, he didn't make another man. He made the female counterpart who can be able to help him with the process of procreation and caring and the rest of it. And you can see it. So this is to tell you that no matter who you are, no matter where you find yourself in this life, you need somebody. So this is why we've come to talk about the three types of network. Take your pen, take your paper, or take your book, your notebook, and get this down. The three types of network every person needs in this life, especially in 2025 going forward. If you must succeed, there are three types of people, three types of network that you need to have in order to excel. You don't just so because we want to the reason why we did this and crafted this topic so that you can see some having bunch of people. You just have a lot of friends. There are some of us, we have a lot of friends. We got a lot of people in our life who are not adding anything to us. They're just there. They're just people. They just exist. We just know people. So to help you narrow down the thousand of friends that you have into three categories, into three network, into three groups that can help you. This is not being selfish. This is not looking down on anybody. It's just you being strategic in order to be able to get to your goal. Remember now, they say bird with the same feather flock together. So bird with the same feather, usually they go about the same thing, about the same activity. So we want to divide these people into three categories, into three networks, so that you can know how to structure yourself and go for excellence and go for success in everything that you do. So the three types of people, the three types of network that you need. Number one, before I give you the first one, I want to let you know the very first person you need to know is God. Know God. Whether you believe Him through your Christian faith or your Muslim faith or your traditional faith, believe in the supreme power who works beyond the physical. So know God. And the second person you need to know is man. Because God being the supreme, He said, let make man in our own image. So there are qualities that men have, and there are qualities that God has that work together for your good. So know God and know man. You know God and know man, you don't have problem. So now is the knowing the man part that we are coming to. The kinds of men, the three types, the three networks. Number one is your base network. Now, look at life your network system like from a vehicle or like a vehicle. You have the tires, you have the engine, you have the electric system, you have the body works. All of these small components on the car gives you, and give it that ability to take you from point A to point B. They are basic components that come that together. The engine doesn't work it out all. The tires doesn't do it. The body work, the frame doesn't just do the work. So you see, so you have four tires, or back you have two tires. You have the engine, you have the covering. So all of them are in the category. So look at the base network. You want to look at it like the tires of the vehicle. The engine will be good. You understand? The body, the frame of the car will be good, but the car doesn't have tires. It's not going to go anywhere. And all of us know it. So your base network, I know, include people like your family and your close friends. The first person, the first group of people you need in your life, in your base network, are your friends, your family and your friends. So your family will be probably your wife or your husband or your mother, your father, and your children. But from a developing family, you want to look at it from your siblings and other relatives. The reason why you need your family and you need your close friends, these are not the people who need you to be something great before they identify with you. Your family will always be there no matter who you are. This is why God made it so beautiful that having family is not by your choice. You just woke up and then You have this brother, you have this sister, or you have your mom and your father, or you have this aunt and your uncle. You didn't choose them, so they are always there. But I see a lot of people when God bless them and they start to excel, then they start to neglect their families. They don't have time for their parents. They don't have time for their brothers and their sisters. They don't have time for relatives. Some of them don't have time for their friends. Let me tell you, like those of you who are in the act industry, the music entertainment industry, some of you, you are making wax songs that are not, you know, they're not up to standard. But your friends will listen to the song. So your friends are always around, not because you know, let me tell you the difference between your friends now. This is what you have the difference between your friends and your fans. Your fans will only love you because your music is good. Your friends will listen to your music because it's good, but your friends will listen to your music because you made the music. It's about you, it's not about your product. So your family, your base network will be there always. You need your business. No matter who you are as a person, if your home, if your family, the relationship with your family is not in tight, you have a problem. This is why you find some people they leave their home country and travel abroad, and when they cut ties with their family back home, it becomes difficult for them to come back. God forbid, some of you excel to something to some level, and when you lose the prominence, you lose the riches or the position that you have because of your bad relationship with your family, then you're not able to sit around your family anymore. So the number one network you need as a person is your base network, and that your family and your friends, your close friend, your family and your close friends. Don't neglect these kind of people because your family were there before you even start to know it. Your mom, your dad, your uncle, your auntie, your foster parents. Those people were there before you even knew yourself. So don't be disrespectful to your siblings or don't neglect them because God is blessing you. Or if you're a person who has a family now, for example, your wife and your children, no matter what you do before you help others, make sure you are helping your own children. Make sure you are taking care of your own family before you even take care of other people. Because tomorrow, if you don't have it, your daughter will be there, your son will be there, your wife will be there. Your mom, your dad, they will be there. Some people will say, "Oh, if you're not getting anything, your family, your own family will get time for you." It depends how you took care of them, and how you took care of them when you had something. It depends your relationship with them. So don't joke about your base network. The reason why I describe it as your base network, like for example, those who are into the military practice, the soldiers, they will come from their base and then shoot. When they go and fight, they come back on base. When the mission fails, they come back and they re-strategize. So whatever you are doing, you're making that business, you're having that fine career. If things go the opposite, if things go wrong for you, you come back to your family. Your families are always the shoulder of your family is always there to fall on. This is why you want to maintain your base network. You always want to have your base network intact. No matter what you're doing, how you are exceeding or excelling at the things you are doing, you want to make sure your base is intact. That's why the armies don't joke with that base. We were all here when the peace keeping force came to Liberia. The first thing they did was establish their base. They want to make sure that it is intact because when they go outside, they want to come back. This is why for example, we that had experience with the Civil War, when they capture a particular area, they put a base. And then they start fighting from that base, they go and then come back. So your base network is not something you want to joke with. You'll find some people today, they were hungry around, then our family were like this, they were in tight. By the time they started making 1, 2, they became representatives, they became lawmakers, they became government officials, they became influential business people. They start neglecting their family. That family don't have access to the anymore. They're just with strangers. Not knowing or forgetting the fact that when you're down tomorrow, when you slip, remember, Lucky Dube said, be good to the people on your way up because you will need them on your way down. And your family is always there when you're climbing that ladder. So don't joke with your business. Don't joke with your family. If whatever you're doing, make sure your kids are fed. Make sure your family is intact. Your home is okay. Your people, your family is happy with you. Because the book can say when your husband say this, she will not buy you. But when there's a way that you treat your family that you're not even able to come back to them when things go wrong for you. Some of you treat you disrespect, you disregard your family in a way that when things not working for you anymore, you don't even take phone and call your brother because when you had it yesterday, you saw them as witchcraft, you saw them as burden, you saw them, you had all kinds of name and description for them in your head. Don't joke with your business network. Whether you are a pastor, you are an entrepreneur, you are a politician, you are a business, whatever you find yourself, wherever career path, don't joke with your business network. If you have your family, make sure that they are fed, your kids are in school, your wife is happy, your husband is happy, your parents, your siblings are all happy for you or happy with you. You find some people today, they will be doing walanko. They never school their kids, they never give them the best treatment. So to now that they are old, their family cannot take care of them, they can't hold them because when they had it, they joke with their base network. So find out today there are some other old people in your neighborhood. They were very influential people. They were big money people. But now they are old. They are cheering around. Nobody around and they get suffering. It's because when they had the opportunity to build a business network, they didn't do it. So don't joke with your business. Now your network number 2, your second network. I hope you're taking note. Your second network you need is your functional network. Functional network. I said functional network. The network that makes things work in your everyday life. Your functional network include people who with valuable skill set, divine connectors, people who have the ability to connect you to people who have the ability, who are able to help you, people who got skills. But I'll take this time to remind you, if you're just turning on your television or you're just logging on to the social media, you are watching the ELI ZARZAR show. That show set aside to talk about everything family related. Family development, your personal development, and your family development. This is why we are here. And today we are talking about the 3 types of network that you need as a person to excel in this 2025 going forward. And we talk about the first thing, we say your base network is what you need. And now we're talking about the second network is your functional network. Now, what did I say earlier? Your functional network include people who have a valuable skill set and divine connectors. There are some people, divine connectors are people who are not rich. They ain't get money. But these are people that can make you, they can connect you with people who have the ability to help you. You need job. There's some of you can attest to the job you're doing today. Like sometimes maybe like your little brother or your little sister you overlook, connected you with that person who gave you the job that you're doing today. These are the divine connectors. Don't joke with these kind of people. So you people who have skill set, like people who are they're electricians, they're artists, they're carpenters, they are painters, they are masons, they're architects. Find people, man. Don't be living that you not have people in your life who know how to do things. Even if you have the money to spend, but if you don't know the people who can do things, you got a problem. That right now there are some people you can lay down to your hall, you want carpenter, you yet because you know a carpenter. You will just go, oh my man, I got this thing, I want nail it thing, I want to hang my door, or I want to build my house. You will call. I got a electrical problem. Or I got a program coming. I want some nice suit to wear. You know a tailor, you know a fashion designer. Know people who have valuable skill set. This is why I say your functional network. Just like your phone diary, have those kind of people in your life. Because if you have functional people with your functional network, if it isn't tight, life can go very smooth for you. People can actually say you're making medicine. If your functional network isn't tight, you don't have problem. But sometimes you can get money. You won't buy something, you don't know what to buy. You got a couple. I won't buy it, I know what place setting there. I want somebody I want somebody who can design something for me. You don't know anybody. You just living in Moravia, you just living in the library, you don't know people. So know people. When you're knowing people, you have 100 friends. Have those friends with classic, and function ability. So your second network is your functional network. Even if it include people, you're cheering, I can throw your debt away. When you get debt in your debt bucket, know them. There are people, they can sit down right to their houses and they just make 1 or 2 calls and things are happy. For some of you, you don't know one person, everything you ask somebody. I want somebody to cut my grass. You don't know somebody that can even cut grass. You don't know somebody, you don't even find a way. You don't know somebody that can even teach and your kids at home. You don't know somebody that can do anything. All your own friends are people who are just wasted. People who are just around, who don't get no value in them. Are your kind of friends. And let me tell you, I listen to like one of my favorite speakers. He said, you always need to apply the OQP method. And that is why only quality people. As a person, if your life must excel, if you must do great and exploit, you need to have people with quality. So surround yourself with only quality people, because the quality of these people will help you excel. This is why when people have their company, their entities, they sort out, they vet out people with quality. This is why when you have to go on, you have to apply for job, because in your and people want to see your CV, because your CV tells your potential employer your quality that you have. People don't have money to waste. They want your quality. This is why they need people with 4 or 5 years experience. They want people with XYZ academic qualifications, because they need your quality. So as a person, apply that mentor to your life. You need people with quality. Right now, if you don't have people with quality, your life will continue to be backwards. Know God. If you know God and you not know men, your life will not still prosper. This is why I see some people think like, oh, I don't care what men think about me. Once I get my Jesus Christ, all right, you lie. You are a fool. I'm sorry to say. Because God will not bless you. You will not open heaven and say, let money here, or let visa, or let job. God will use men to bless you. When God was ready to free the Israelites from Egypt, who did he use? He used Moses, trained through the royal palace, through the Egyptian himself. So God will use men to bless you. So when you want to know men, know the right kind of men. So no, I didn't say earlier, I didn't say no people who get money, who rich. That's not what I said. I said people with quality, skill set. Some of you right now, you woman, you want to apply your hair. You not even know, you don't get one person number who can apply hair. You gotta call 2, 3 people who will give you one person number to say, yeah, they got. And I know they get working apply though. You want certain things done. So make sure as a person, you know the thing. I can tell you the kind of people that you need, right? But make sure they have quality. Because I don't know your kind of lifestyle. I don't know what your goal that you're working towards. For example, now, if a person is into movie production, the kind of people they will have hanging around are people who are movie directors, people who are videographers, people who are editors, script writers, and all of that. These are the kind of people within that network, because these are the people when they say, my man, I'm working on this project. I want you to take a look at this. I want you to do this. And I'm not saying look for people who do free work for you. Now that's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But people who are at your core, who are just one call away. So if you are doing a particular business, you want to have people within the network of that business that can help you. For example, I have this guy who is an architect, right? He's not a masoner, he's not a carpenter, he's not an electrician. He's an engineer, he's an architect and an engineer, right? So that guy, there's something amazing about him. When he's doing a project, when he calls for steel bender, he take the phone, man. I guess when I steel bending contract, you available? Yeah, he come and pay the person. When it's time for laying block, he will call it he call Mason as, oh man, I got this, because he's he's an engineer, so he know the kind of people. These are the people that make his work easy. So your second network you need to have is your functional network, and one key people in this functional network are divine connectors. There are people who have the grace to connect you with people that may not, that little, maybe that guy you overlooking in your neighborhood, he not get money, he's not the most educated person, but that guy know people. You don't want to joke with divine connectors. Let me tell you, I used to work with Kings FM, and the job I had with Kings FM, the person who made me had a job and got employed with the entity was somebody I just knew, not deeply, but he was a friend. So he said, "Oh man, I got him my friend, my friend. He's the news director for Kings FM. And since you are a journalist and you're not doing anything right now, I think I had to call." He went to the guys. I got him my friend. He's very good, my man. Very good, good in the newsroom, man. He's a journalist. I think you will like him when you see him. He said, all right, let the man come over. I went over. Long story short, we had this conversation. We went through some tests, And that's how I worked with King 7 as long as I wanted to until I left. I never had to go through the tough. And that guy never gave me money one day, but he connected me with the entity that gave me an employment opportunity, that our own work connected, I got connected with some other people, and I know what I got. So you need to have people in your network, functional people. You need to be able to study. But we'll tell you how you can develop, how you can have these people. Now, the third kind of network you want to have. The third kind of network is the icing on the cake. I don't want to say icing on the cake, say the background, the boom. And so I will keep that. And then we'll take a short break. We'll take a commercial break and be right back. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the ELI ZARZAR show is on, and we're talking about the three kinds of network you must have. Every person must have in 2025 going forward so that you can have a better life. So stick with us, grab something to drink, and let's take this break and be right back. Don't go away.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Wow! For only $50 we give you a great opportunity to advertise your business with us for 30 whole days. That's 1 month. And 5 times a day, we will play your business on our television. But that's not all. We say within that $50 we will come to your business place, we do a video recording, we edit it, and put a voiceover underneath it to show where your business is located, and add your telephone number and tell the nation what you are involved into. Tama TV, big promo this month of February for only $50. Call the number now and we will be right there.
Welcome back to Tama TV, and you're watching the ELI ZARZAR show with your family friend, ELI Plady Zaza. Today we'll be talking about the 3 types of network every person must have in 2025 going forward to be able to live a smooth life. You understand? To be able to live a smooth life, and we've been talking about, we've talked about 2 already. We talk about your best network, which include your family and your friends, your close friends, your childhood friends. Those kind of people, you don't want to joke with them because they're always there for you no matter who you are. Whether you blow or you grow, these people are always there for you. And I say why? Your next kind of network you need to have is why? Your functional network. And your functional network includes people with valuable skill set. I didn't say fools. I didn't say people who don't have anything to offer you. And when I mean people who don't have anything to offer you, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about value. People who have the grace to connect you with they're not influential, they're not rich, but they can connect you with people who can be able to be a help to you. And people who have the valuable skill set, people who can get things done, that electrician, that plumber, that carpenter, that mason, that videographer, that's somebody, that person who has the skill set that you need in order to make things work for you. Have these kind of people in your network. Build relationship with them. Keep them around. And then I said, the last, type of network you need to have, I call it what? Your classic network. I use the word classic network because that what classic is. I don't need to define classic for you. I don't need to define classic for you. Your classic network. And your classic network includes people who are highly influential and powerful. Highly influential and powerful people like religious leaders, politicians, business gurus, and administrators. Amen. You as a person, you don't even know, you're not even connected to one influential person. Then just get ready to be at the bottom of the table. Just get ready to say, oh, the people they be doing who know you. If you need to know people and have a classic network. 2, 3 kind of person, the people in your life. So when I say your classic network, these people include your, highly influential people, powerful people like politicians, pastors, government officials, business gurus, these people that have voice, administrators. Your classic net, you don't want to joke with it. There's this boy, there's a girl who don't have anything. But when police arrest them, they just take one phone call. As soon as they call, by the time they drive that phone, the police releasing them. You know why? Because they have a classic network. They have network made out of classic people. This is why, for example, those of us that watch foreign movies, who watch Nigerian movies and stuff like that, you watch these movies, you'll see those movies, you'll see every film they have somebody, they have their doctor, they have their lawyer, Why do you think the people have these people? Though they pay them, but these are the people who have the ability to rescue them when they're in trouble. Let me tell you, one thing I will bring to you, that it is normal, it is regular, and it must happen, is something called who know you. Who know you is the order of the word. That's how the world runs. So if you think you said on that, it's only the poor men that will be thinking, so they just be doing pick and choose, the who know you. Yes, this life here is called who know you. It runs on who know you. So since the whole life is about who know you now, then you got to know, you got to make sure that there are people that will know you or know people. You not hear about every Jesus song where he say, I not get money, I know people. Everywhere I go, they know me. So you have to have classic network. This life is who know you. This is why all the politics we can preach, all the campaign time when people run campaign here and then when election finish, the people the government can employ, the president and people in authority can employ. You think they can employ strangers? No, they employ people that they know, people who ability that they know they can testify. This is why when there's a new regime, you have new set of people. Some of the people are now working because they are very qualified than you. They're working because they're connected with people who can make things happy. So sit down there, fold your hands, say, oh, they help you doing pick and choose. You apply somewhere your document. Yes, now on the table, hold it. You small argument, you and somebody had to go put you in jail. You stay there for 5 months because you don't know nobody. Small lady, you and somebody go to police arrest you, your own you jet because you don't know people. You got to have highly influential people in your life. And I will tell you how you can go about doing that. You got to fish them out. You got to make them know you. You got to know them. Get close to your pastor. Get close to a lawyer. Get close to someone, a doctor. Get close to somebody, that person. That person who has the influence, who has the voice. And now the mistake a lot of people can make is that there are ways, the 3 types of network, each of them serve their own purpose. So if you misuse them, then you start having problem. You know the reason why some of you, your own brother, that's not a big minister, that's not a politician, or that's not a businessman, but you can't effect that, or you can't benefit from his connection because you misusing him, because you don't recognize his authority, or because something you don't know how to work around it. You think because he is your brother, he's your spouse, or he's or she's your sister, or she's your mother, or something. So you realize automatically you're supposed to enjoy them. No. It's because you don't know how to walk around with them. So you need to have that classic network. Your classic network will be people. This is the reason why sometimes, for example, you and somebody go apply somewhere, the person paper will get accepted. Some days say, oh, that many people using medicine. No, they're not using medicine. They're using social connection. They're using social connection. Now in corporate entities, now and then, they encourage something called what? Recommendation. When you are on this job and there's a vacancy, they will encourage people that are already in the system to recommend people because they believe that we're all the same fellow flock together. So if you're a good person, you are functioning on your job. If you recommend anybody, that person they might likely be good because of how good you are on your job. So some of the days say, oh, some of the vacancies that are up, some of them go up because of formality. There is somebody already connecting somebody. So when you sit there, you know your book, you get your degree, you put your phone and your hand together and sit down, you proud. My bad behavior, I know, I let plenty people, I let her get around people, I get weakness in calling people. Sit down there. But you sit down there and complain and say, no job in the country, we're not getting anything, nothing to do. Because you don't have network, you don't have the things. This is why I say, you remember I told you, I say the 3 kinds of network you must have to live smooth life. Now, Earlier, I talked about people misapplying their network. We'll go in detail. Misapplying the network. So, for example, if you have a highly influential person in your life, that person is sometimes those people are not there to give you money. Like you're supposed to get them money. Some of you make yourself so useless to your classic network to the point that they can't pick your call. That minister, that doctor that you can call, they can't pick your call. There are people, as soon as the person call them one time, no matter what the hour of the night, when the person call them, they can pick their call, but they can't pick your call. Because you misapply the ability the person has is to be able to connect you with people. When the person's signature, the person's recommendation alone can get you a job. It can add to you. But every day you in the person's face, you won't ask them for money. You won't ask them, you just want things from the person to the point that when you're calling them for something serious, they don't want to pick your call anymore. They can't pick. You become an embarrassment to these people because the classic network are not common people. You don't find them every day. So if you have the kind of people in your life, you don't want to be around them all the time. You want to stay in connection, but not to be bothering them. Don't be a nuisance to them. I don't know what the word to use. Don't be a burden to them. Give them space in a way that when you call them, you call upon them, they will know, say, yeah, they think you're serious. But some of you, things that you can afford, you still go and ask people who are in your classic network for that thing. For example, the man is a legal person. They may have that legal ability to make things work for you when you're stuck somewhere. Instead of harnessing that ability and reserving the man for that kind of time, you want father out to go somewhere, you call a person. You want something that you can ask your friend, who are you on the same level for? You will ask that person. For example, some of you are in the same church with these people who have the kind of high value. You are in the same neighborhood with these people, but you are in their face all of the time. Some of you work in the office of the politicians. But their network, their abilities that they have is not affecting you because you become a burden to them. I remember one time I was sitting with one lawmaker from our county. Then he received a phone call. Then the person told him, "Oh, Honorable, my woman gave birth." And I said, congratulations. Oh. So what now? He said, Chief, I lay money I want to buy a baby top. The man say your wife got pregnant for 9 months. Pregnancy is an emergency. So you now know when the baby born, they're gonna how they call they were gonna take by in top. You not choose any, but then at this time, that person, that honorable man, is supposed to be asking for serious things. That when you call, you say, Honorable, I get this my business here, oh, but I want to process a particular paper, but it gave me hard time. That kind of thing. Oh, Honorable, I won't travel, I got this thing, but I'm having some issues. So then the person come in. Now the person you call as a young man to ask for baby talk. The next time you call that man for the thing that you're supposed to ask him for, you will not get him because you misapply. Some of you, the people you're supposed to be asking for certain things, you ask them for the wrong things. So your classic network are people. Your classic network are people who are highly influential. No matter where they are in life, maybe they are social media influencers. They are very influential in your career path. These people are religious leaders. They are government officials. They're lawyers. They're doctors. They're soldiers. They're police. The people who have to vibe. People who they just need to talk. These are the people you don't need to go around for money. Some of you who have tend to literally you tend to beg us. These are the people you want to bother. These are the people. Let me tell you, I have at least 2 lawyers in my life that, thanks be to God, I don't pay them a dime, but when there's a problem, I just place a phone call and I'm there. I remember the very first time somebody ever told me the police station was in 2020, 2021, 2022. When I got there, I just took my phone and said, Honorable, counsel, this is the issue. He said, get the phone to the police. He said, oh, that's my client, and I'll make him available tomorrow by 9 o'clock. And that was the end. I walked away. But some of you, the thing that's go to jail for, you can go to jail for it. Some of you, the places you're not supposed to hitch, you go to the hospital. That's sometimes these are the people that can be talking all the way to the hospital, we're on the hospital bench. You'll be sitting on the hospital bench, somebody come from outside, yeah, papa, you to go in the office to go see the doctor. Then you say, you put it be, yeah, when I was you. So these are the 3 council network that you need to have. So now, we'll give you the tips on how all the mentors may not work for you, but all of the mentors have different way you can apply them. There will be some that work for you. So we have the tips on how you can build strategic network. Tips on how you can build your strategic network. But if you, in case you're just joining us, you just tuning in, you are listening to and watching the ELI ZARZAR Show, brought to you by Tama TV every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. And we are always here at this time talking about things that concern family development. And today we're talking about the 3 kinds of network that you need to live a smooth life. If you have these things in place, mind you, there are some people, you see them yesterday, they're making medicine, that life just going very easy. Everything just okay for them. Everything look okay, I should say, because there's nobody who is perfectly, in time when it comes to everything. But there are things that just on path, on course. They don't really catch a lot of hard time. You and I will go to someone and get here, they will get open for you, you'll leave outside, they will go inside. You and I will go to someone and government ministry, they will enter, you'll leave outside. Someone a job will come out, the people will get a job and you will not get rocked. So build the 3 kinds of network. Now, how do you do? The very first thing you need to do, if you must attract people in your life, if you must have people with value who can be of help to you, the very first thing you need to do is to provide value. What did I say? Provide value. For example, the people that can go in the market to go sell, you think they can go there and say, and people can give me money. I need $100. Can give me $300. It is what they go do. No. People who go sell, what do? They provide value. They say, I get a boni. Whoever goes to the market, somebody that goes to the market might need boni. So they may offer the market seller, offer the value, right? They say, this is what I have in exchange for your money. So provide value first. Approach network with the mindset of giving rather than receiving. When you're going around people who you think they got value, go there with the mindset of helping them. And not with the mindset of knowing people. For some of you, as soon as you get to know somebody 2-3 times, the next thing you want to ask them for money. And our ladies can do that a lot. Sorry. A lot of young people do that. As soon as you get to know the person, and the next thing you want money from them. As soon as you get an honorable number, or you get another minister number, you get another person number, the next thing you want to do now, that to beg them for money. You're begging them for help. No. In building strategic network, the first thing you want to do is to offer value. Offer value. So I approach network, with the mindset of providing value. Have value that can be a benefit to others. Make offer before asking for anything. You understand? Before you ask somebody for something, offer them something. Be of help. Do you know that sometimes, there got some people that can go around, oh, chief, you don't get grass here, I won't cut grass. That man want money. But because he's so smart, he will say, oh, you don't get lay grass here for me to cut. And if you get grass here for the man to cut for 2, the man will cut the grass. What happened? You will give him something. And when it start to happen consistently, that link is there. The person is providing the service, and the person who is providing the service is receiving some kind of financial aid or some subsidies. You understand? So approach networking with a sense of providing value. You understand? Research, when I was preparing this topic, then I came to research that says that you learn about individual organization first. So in that research, they say there's a part of it that says if you want to get around an organization or an individual, what you want to do is to assess, research their needs, what the person need. Let me tell you one thing, how I got connected to Tama TV and the person who made the link. I would like to tell the story with somebody. There was this influential comedian, very good comedian. When I can watch his comedy video, he had this program, he started a program on Saturday. And it was a nice program, and I think the program needed an intro. So I said, okay. He's someone that doesn't know me. I follow his work. I like his content and stuff like that. So what I did was I just went him on cover because I know I'm a voiceover actor and I can edit and stuff like that. I just want to put something to work. I did a nice intro for his program. He doesn't know me. I never had his number, so I reached out to somebody who have his number. I said, you know this guy, man? So yeah, I know my friend. So I said, I want to share this thing with this guy. I think he will love it. My man, when the guy listens to this, okay, that's nice. So I think he will love it. And it was for his birthday. So I said, The man link me, the man send me a number, I send it to them. So this thing, this intro for your program here is for your, as a way of my birthday gift. He said, my man, what can I offer? What can I pay towards this? I said, no, my man, I'm a team member from a father. We have fun about it. And he started using it. We haven't seen each other by that time. The next time, when the thing went ahead and I felt it was I did another. Okay, then I think it was the time now he reached out to me and said that they promote the intro you did for my program. I want to do another one. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and do another one. When I did it, he said, what should I pay? I said, my man, relax. It's okay. I did it. And now, so since I provided him value, he was waiting for the opportunity to be a help to me. So he came around the CEO of Tama TV and the CEO said, I mean, I like this thing. Who did it? And he called my name. Long story short, here we are. So you when you get around people, people who can be of help to you. Some of you, let me tell you, some of the BB people you see here, where they get a BB job, so now that's how everything is there. Fool said they can't have it in the house. You get a little man, you there, they call part 2, 3, back around, go visit that person where you want to get around. Oh, I can't visit you today, but that 1 or 2 years. The man will have it and you will love it. Let me tell you, there's something the Bible tells us. You don't go before kings with empty hands. So sometimes you want to meet great people, you want to carry something. But some of you want everything for everybody. You get someone on case that you want a man to plead for you, or you get someone on scholarship opportunity you're looking for, like you want a man to work out for you. You go to the man with your empty hand. In fact, you go to that man, you go when you want a man to pay away. And no. So approach networking with providing what value. The next thing you want to do is be genuine and authentic. Build relationship based on trust and sincerity, and not just personal gain. So when you're going around that person, we all know, say maybe you, because of the value or the quality the person has, but you want to be genuine. You understand? And be authentic. Be real. Don't be fake. What are your business? What are your family members or whatever it is like that? Be able to be genuine, be authentic about your intentions around the person. The next tip, I hope you're taking note. The next thing you want to do is network intentionally. Attend relevant events, conferences, and seminars where you can meet potential collaborators. Some of you, the only show where you can go to when they say they're having some musical concert, that only place you can go. In fact, you don't even go there. Say you say all the things in a waste of time. Let me tell you, I used to work with this entity, and my immediate boss told me something. She said, as a PR person or a communication executive, sometimes I go to some of the events, not because of the things that are happening there, but I go to the event because of the kind of people that will be at the event. For example, there's an event, the president will be there, the president, ministers, the other people will be there. And you want to have the opportunity to meet these people. And you have to pay maybe $10, $20 to attend that event. Pay that money and go to that event. It's not about that dancing, that music, that thing, what they're doing there. But because you will have the time now to meet that person. Let's say, for example, there's this influential person on television, they're in the music industry, or maybe you are an actor or actress. There's something you want to appear on screen. Then there's the music, they're having this movie launching program or something. And maybe men like Frank Atus or maybe all the influential people within the movie industry will be there. You pay your $20, pay your whatever it is, go to that event. Because if you go to the event, you will have the chance to meet these people because they will be there. Because the people, you don't have that number, you don't have access to them. So when you go to the kind of events, you will meet these people there. So now go to gathering, go to conventions, go to places where people of quality will be. One time, one of my former bosses told me that sometimes when I was trying to excel in my career path, he said what I did was, sometimes when I get money, I take myself to expensive restaurants. The reason why I go not to go get money to spoil, but some of you can say, I'm gonna go spend $10 $20 to go eat on a food. I like why I go to my lapa bureau, I pay my father or eat my golf for. But you forget to know, if you go to Royal Grand, if you go to Boulevard Palace, the people who go there are people who have quality, who have class. So when you put yourself in that class, you will mingle with the kind of people. People having networking event, they advertise on Facebook, you not get time. You don't go to a place, sometimes you don't go anywhere. You just sit on your whole day, but you say you won't get around people. Just know say you want your own path. So network intentionally. Network. Leverage an online platform to connect with industry leaders and professionals. Just look around. Let me tell you, some of you want to have contact with the vice president of this country, the president of this country, or some kind of minister. You might even have the time to meet them, have a handshake, and exchange contact with them, or get a call card in a split second. Because when these people are that kind of event there, and they know you are there, you may be a person of class. So that time when they're chatting with people, you can bump into them, have a handshake, and get a contact, and that's it for you. And that may be a turning point for you. You can, when you remember why you put the person to the side, oh, I'm SYZ, this person, I can do that, I can do that. The person says, okay, that's my call card, and then give me a call or come. That means, and that's a turning point for you. So network intentionally that you are talking to. So the next thing you want to do is why? Invest time and effort in networking. If you must build the 3 kinds of network, you want to invest time and effort. Building strategic relationship take time to nurture, so be consistent in your communication. Follow up after initial meeting messages or resources. It takes time. Be patient. Not because you meet a person today now, then it'll be a blessing to you. Take time and apply effort. Be intentional. You understand? Be intentional about your net. Apply effort, apply time. There's this big brother that I have very great respect for, and he's doing a lot of things for other young people, scholarship and stuff like that. So those people who going through these things, they say a lot about him. And me, I know one person, if somebody doing wrong, I'll criticize them, say they're doing good. I should find the time to be able to talk to them. So I wanted to meet him. I got his contact. I know him. I called him up. I said I want us to meet. And the way he was trying to postpone the meeting and do all kind of thing, it just felt like, he felt like, okay, I want to go garden working. What won't bother people for things then again? Man, understanding people the way I do, I was patient enough. I took some kind of good money. I went to the gentleman's club. I bought some kind of nice pair of shoes, man. With the price of the shoe that I've never worn before. That type. I bought it. We sat down. I gave him the gift, and we had a conversation. And I know what I benefited since that meeting. And one mistake some of you can make. I will say this, and then we take this break, and we come back from our last segment, and then we call it a day today on this edition. So one of the mistakes that some of you can make is to think that people who in your classic network are everyday people. So you want to treat them as everyday people. For example, you get connected to some kind of basic minister, somebody, because of their caliber of person, they are not just free. You won't call them every day that God sent. You call them 4-5 times. What you call? I just call to say hello. You can just text. You bug them, you bother them. Do follow up. But likely after 2-3 weeks, just find a way that you can be your help to the person and apply effort, apply time. And don't treat them like your base network. Because your base network, your friends, your family, you're supposed to see them every day. You're so interact. But your classic network are people who are not just common. So don't treat them like commoners. So we'll take this short break. And of course, you're listening to and watching the ELI ZARZAR Show coming to you live from Tama TV through the channels of Cyclone Channel 2 and 6 every Sunday right here. So we'll take this break and we'll come back, give you the last few tips that we have, and we'll call it a day on today's edition of the ELI ZARZAR Show.
Wow! For only United States dollars, we give you a great opportunity to advertise your business with us for 30 whole days. That's 1 month. And 5 times a day, we will play your business on our television. But that's not all. We say within our 50 United States dollars, we will come to your business place. We do a video recording. We edit it and put a voiceover underneath it to show where your business is located and add your telephone number and tell the nation what you are involved into. Tama TV, big promo this month of February for only 50 United States dollars. Call the number down and we will be right there.
There is nothing more frustrating than parents losing their children to peer pressure, drug and alcohol addiction, indiscipline, criminal behavior, or the inability of the children to continue the legacy of their parents. Whether it is due to simple parenting mistakes or a bad neighborhood, it affects all.
Because a broken family leads to a broken community. A broken community leads to a broken nation. But there is no regard for cultural and moral value or the rule of law. So now is the time to have the right conversations and take the needed action that will shape the future of our families and our country. Join the ELI ZARZAR Show, brought to you by Tama TV on Cyclone Channel 2 and 6 every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the growth and development of families. The ELI ZARZAR Show, motivation, family, and relations. Welcome back. We are still here talking about the 3 types of network that every person must have to be able to live a smooth life in 2025 going forward. So we've talked about a lot of things, and now we're talking about the tips that you can use. And then what did I say earlier? I said what you want to do is to provide value. You know, if you want to get around people want people who can do good for them, who have things to offer them. That's called, OQP, quality people. Number 2 is why research and understand. So if you want to get close to somebody, research their needs. How can I be of help to this person? What does the person need? You understand? Try to solve that problem and see whatever you need them to solve that problem, they will not solve their problem. So the next thing I say, why be genuine and authentic. Don't come, all the book about fake friend. Don't come and be that fake friend. You just want to be that person that can take and you don't want to give. No. Don't be that person. And then so why? Network intentionally. So I said attend relevant events, conferences, and seminars where you can meet potential collaborators. So if you are a person in this career path, go to seminars where they're having the kind of event where people of that nature or that class will be. You want to go to that place. If you're agriculture, they have an agricultural fair, go there and see whether you not meet the people that that are into the industry that you're into. They will be there. These are the people who will help you. Attend events, attend seminar, be intentional about your networking. Because honestly speaking, you will meet people there. You will get knowledge and you will get human being. That's why some Google events now and then, that they were gonna say prelude. They don't do prelude anymore. What they do is they open networking sections. Have time to go across the room, speak to people, network, exchange contacts, and go introduce yourself. I'm XYZ person. The research ways how you can introduce yourself. Pitch your business idea. Pitch your brand. Man, would I tell you everything? But we'll tell you everything right here. So stick with us all the time. So the next thing we say, we say invest time and effort. And that's why intentionally invest time and effort, because networking is is something that takes time. So be patient, be consistent with connecting with those people that you want to keep around. 1 or 2, keep them in mind. Let me tell you, there's something about somebody doing good to you and you do good to people. For example, the person who you do good into will not easily forget. Sometimes you do good for the person, you may not forget that you did that good, but the fact that you did that thing and it actually touched the person, they will not forget about you. So sometimes, render help, be in a way that, these people can think about you. Oh, when they see this, oh, that person got this thing for me. Oh, the person did this thing for me. So you want to keep them. Then the next thing we want to talk about is what? Leverage on mentorship opportunity. Listen to me. I said what? Leverage on mentorship opportunities. Seek advice or guidance from experienced professionals and leaders. So this is why the topic is for every person across every phase of our life. If you're a pastor, if you're a journalist, or whoever you think you are, seek mentorship opportunities. You say the person is a role model. Because why? Because of the qualities they have, what they have to offer in that field. As soon as you get around a person now, then you want money from the person. How do you say the person is a role model again? The person is supposed to provide you mentorship. They're supposed to provide knowledge. You get around a person now. you want something else. Then I misapplication there. So find people, seek people who can be able to impart you. Seek advice or guidance from experienced professionals and leaders. Get close to people who get sense in their head, who have wisdom, who have knowledge, who have something to offer in your career path, in your lifestyle, in alignment with your brand and all of that. So look for people who can be of help. Let me tell you, some of you think you're too old to come close to a person who is a lot younger than you to mentor you. But sometimes put your age down, put your gender away, put your religion away, and put yourself in the simplest form and seek opportunity for somebody to nurture you. Now, the next thing you want to do is to what? Apply the advice. When you see now, this is one mistake that people can make. The person is my role model. Then you call the person and you ask them for advice, or you want to have a section with them, and the person tell you what to do. Then you don't apply that thing. Show gratitude by applying the advice the person gave you. For some of you are not like that. The person my role model. The person sit down with you. They say, okay, this thing what you're doing here, you're doing it the wrong way. Do it this way. Do it this way. Then you refuse to do it that way. And and go ahead and start doing something different. Like that, somebody can waste their time to advise you or give you knowledge. Because when they give you knowledge, they give you direction, you don't use it. So apply gratitude by applying the knowledge that the person gave you, and follow the advice. The next thing you want to do, which is very key, build credibility. Build credibility in building strategic network. In order for you to have the three kinds of network in your life, you must build credibility. Some of us are very bankrupt when it comes to credibility, when it comes to good behavior, when it comes to integrity. We are very bankrupt. Nobody can trust you. So build credibility. If you want to get around you people who in your functional network, classic network, for example, when you have somebody in your functional network, they may a carpenter, right? That can do something for you. You tell the carpenter, say, oh, when you face the bed, this table, this chair for me, I'll give you $10 liberty. When I $10 you agree on, when the person do that thing, pay them that $10. The next time when you say, John Brown, I get table, they will start running. When the person build your house, when that money you agree upon, give it to them. Build credibility, deliver on your promises, be able to keep confidential information. Some of you, the reason why some Google people cannot keep you around is because your mouth can run at something. And I know you are around this big man. He take you to some influential meeting, some classic meetings and events and things like that. As soon as you come home, because you're around a big man, you in your office, you know who comes in and who goes out of the office before they go low. That information to your whole lecture in your body already. So money. If you kicking you outside. So your mouth. Learn to keep credible informations. When you're in network with people, you're in connection with people, whatever information they share with you in confidence and in secret, keep it as that. Especially if keeping it doesn't harm anybody. Then you want to be credible and be able to keep confidential information. Or else you will find yourself the reason why there are certain people that used to be around and they start dressing bad from you. That's some of it there. You can't kiss you, nothing, you're mocking cover or anything. And the Bible even warned against that. Your tongue. So build credibility, deliver on your promises, and be able to keep confidential information. One key thing you want to take note of is another tip you want to take note of is what? Diversify your relationship. Not because now you say because you are a Christian, so you now won't get no Muslim friend. You know, let me tell you, the Bible say yes, the light has nothing to do with the darkness. That's true. Right? So you Christian, you now get, you say the person they're not going to church, you're sinner, so you now get nothing to do. The person does not believe in your faith, but the person have ideas that can prosper you. The person have connections that can prosper you. Diversify your relationship. Build connections across different industry and expertise background to gain diverse perspective. Diversify your relationship. Again, I say build connections across different industry and expertise background to gain diverse expertise and perspective. Know different kind of people. Know different kind of people. This is what, like I said, functional network. How do you build a functional network? You need to know people who are able to do different kind of things, who are into different industries, who are into different things. You need them. Like, for example, right now, the head of state, by the time he got into power, you already know people who can handle your financial things, people who can be able to work in the Ministry of Health, people who can help the Ministry of Finance, people who can be able to, these are the people he already knew before he came to power. So when your life must be smooth, you need to be able to diversify your relationship and know different kind of people from different walks of life. Know them on the level that it benefits you and you benefit them. Diversify your relationship. I will not go more into that because you know what it takes. If you know people who are of different, for example, now because okay, because I'm into music and entertainment, so or music, you don't want to know somebody who into sports management and stuff like that. You never know when you might need that person. You never know. Like one time I sat with my pastor, he said, I got this my friend who was not he used to be a Christian, he backslide and stuff like that. We were not close, but he is my friend. That person might not be a committed Muslim, he may not be a Christian, but that person has something that you need that can be a benefit to you and your family. Diversify your relationship. The Bible said, don't be equally yoked. That is to the level where you are inseparable and they become detrimental to your character. That's not what I'm talking about. You understand? So the second to the last point here is what? Learn to navigate challenges. Handle disagreement or conflict professionally with empathy. Be slow to take offense and open to reconciliation. Some of you, your problem, so you don't know how to handle conflict professionally. You're in a workspace. As soon as your colleague, your work colleague, making verse, you start saying things from your mouth. You start cussing everybody around the area, or you start fighting. You just put up behavior. Then you want to come back and say, you're sorry, man. Sorry for the way I talked to you. I was first hour. If you continue that behavior, you will lose a lot of people in your life. Because no matter what, people will always make you angry. People will always get on the wrong side of things with you. So you want to make sure that you handle your connection differently, handle disagreement professionally. For example, you and this person into a business partnership. The person supplying you goods or they supplying you something. When there is something that doesn't go right with you, state your disagreement in a very professional and respectful manner to the point that when you settle that disagreement, you will still be able to work. But some of you, you say, not because you're my boss, man, not because you're doing it. Yes, that because you're supposed to mind, but you see, not because of, but if you bring it to me, we'll scatter you. Then you have a problem. You want to handle conflict professionally and with respect. Because that's the only way you keep people around. If you somebody you say, Mommy, baby, like I can be mad at my behavior, then when I get there, we can just scatter everything, we'll face it later. There are certain relationships that you break, you cannot fix. That only family can say, family, you can bend, you can break. But now we're professional people. You do them some kind of way, you lose them forever. That's the reason why when you apply on a new job, people usually ask for recommendations. Because they want to know the people you work with, they want to know your previous job, why you resigned, whether you were sacked, or something happened. You understand? So you want to make sure you handle conflict with empathy, with respect, and professionally. And the last point that I have to make today on this topic, on the tips of building strategic network. I listened to one of my favorite comedians from Nigeria here. He always says something that I copy. He said gratitude is the application for more. So when John do something to you and do something good for you, when you say thank you, you move the person to do more. That's why even God encourages us and say, why in everything we should give thanks, whether good or bad. But most of the time we do it, we say thanks. So when you tell God thank you, when He moves for you. Remember, I said no God, no man. So the same thing. For example, somebody struggle, they make their money, they give you, and then you say the money is small. Yeah, it's my money, yeah. All the plenty of money they may making, like $50 you can't give me. Which is not for you. Some of you have to appreciate people. So this is why nobody wants to help you. The last time you were sick, you called this doctor, the man came and help you. By the time you came to yourself, you never die no more again. So say thank you. Some of you in problem. Oh, boss man, they arrested me. You tell your phone, you call out your police friend, or you call that big man that you know. By the time you move in that trouble, you never took your phone again and call the person and say thank you. I was talking to one person one time. He said, in our culture, I think he says he's a Ghanaian. He said, in our culture, we tell people thank you 2 times. When a person do good to you, you tell them thank you on the spot. Wait again after another time, maybe the next day or so. You call them again and tell them thank you. So learn to express gratitude. Learn to show appreciation for others' time, advice, and support. When somebody advises you, say thank you. Somebody spend their time talking to you, say thank you. When somebody impact you, say thank you. Somebody connect you somewhere, say thank you. And your thank you should not just be in words. Let it be in your deeds, your actions, the way you behave towards them. Let me tell you, there are certain things you were supposed to do to somebody, certain ugly things, but because of the good they have done to you, you will not do the ugly thing. Let me tell you, sometimes our parents can really make us mad and we say, you can want to disown them. But you're not disowning your parents, not only because you share the same blood, but because they were there for you, they fed, clothed, shelter you when you were nothing. So when they get old and start giving you a hard time, when you think about all the good things they did, then you want to stick with them. So appreciate people. Don't say, now because you gave me the job here, but now learn to be grateful. Learn to be grateful. So this is all the things we have to talk about. These are the things we have to talk about here on this evening. Talking about the 3 types of network that every person needs to be able to live a smooth life in 2025 going forward. So the 3 types of network, we say your base network, your functional network, and your classic network. And how do who are your base network? Your friends, your family, and your friends. Don't joke with them. Always make sure your family is happy with you. Make sure your base isn't tight. You have your functional network. Your functional network are people who have skills, who can make things happen, who when you call them, you move. When you say this, they make things happen for you. Whether you are paying them or they're doing it on graphics, you want to make sure you have people in your life that know how to do things with their hand and make sure you are one of those people too in the lives of other people. Then you say, your classic network are great people who you only need their voice, their signature. You only need their presence to make things happen for you. Those people they're not your everyday people. If you have 1 or 2 of them in your life, don't treat them common. Because regardless of their age or the proximity to them, let me tell you one thing that can damage people is something called familiarity. Some of us, we got great people in our life, but the reason why they cannot impact us is we are so familiar with them that we don't see the grace. I always tell people life is physical and it's spiritual. Life is physical and spiritual. So there are people who carry certain kind of grace, that their appearance, their utterance, and whatever it is, that connects to them, make things happen. So your classic network, make sure you got people in your network that nobody can. Let me tell you, one thing that is normal in this world, there will always be poor people. There will always be people with less value. There will always be people at the bottom part of the table, of the ladder of success. It should not be you. There will always be people that people will march on in this life. People who will be victim of certain circumstances. That should not be you. This is why you need to build the 3 kinds of network. Then we say the tips on how you can build this network. We say provide value, be valuable, be genuine, We say network intentionally, invest time and effort. We say build credibility. We say diversify your relationship We say seek mentorship, learn to navigate challenges. That is to say, handle conflict with respect, empathy, and professionally. And the last thing I said is express gratitude. No matter what, whoever does something for you, say thank you. This is the way you can build your 3 council network, and you can use it efficiently for your good to live a smooth life. I've been your family friend, Eli the Zaza, and of course, you're watching Tama TV, your good friend station that brings you all of the good contents from Liberia exported to the world. So it has been a good time here this evening, and I hope all the things that we said here this evening will be something that you will use to change your life. Have a God bless evening, and I hope you are starting this new year very right. Baba, I am Eli Zaza. See you next week.